Whispers of calm. Using soul observation to dissolve high stress. There is a way to dissolve stress that does not depend on escaping, struggling, or external calm. A calm that emerges gently from within. Steady, quiet, and deeply releasing. This calm is not something you fight for. It is something you observe into. Soul observation is the sacred practice of aligning your inner world with the stillness that already lives inside your being. When your energy resonates with peace, you do not resist stress. You dissolve it, because calm is not a battle. It is a frequency, and you can attune to it now. What soul observation really means. Observation is the harmony between your awareness, your breath, your soul, and your senses. It is the moment your attention softens and begins to witness without attachment. When you observe with soul-led calm, your resistance releases, your breath slows, your mind becomes spacious, your energy becomes still and clear. Peace responds to observation, not control. The more you align with it, the more effortlessly it surrounds you. Observation whispers, "I am safe to be still," and your soul responds, why true calm is a frequency, not an escape. Escape comes and goes. Frequencies remain. True calm is not distraction. It is not numbness. It is not temporary quiet. It is a stable frequency of presence, awareness, and gentle release. When you attune to it, even stressful moments feel manageable, because stillness becomes the background of your being. This is why some people remain centered even in turmoil. They are not running from stress. They are observing it with soul-led calm, and observation can be practiced. Real-life examples of calm observation shifts. Example 1. The witnessing pause. She felt overwhelmed by racing thoughts. Instead of fighting them, she became the watcher. She breathed into her heart, softened her focus, and allowed her thoughts to pass like clouds. Within minutes, her mind shifted. Nothing changed externally, yet a deep stillness arrived, because her frequency changed first. Example 2. The sensory observation. She noticed how often her body echoed anxiety. One evening, she chose to sit quietly, feel her heartbeat, notice her breath, and observe without fixing. Her body felt held. Her stress softened. Calm returned naturally, not because she forced relaxation, but because she allowed observation. Example 3. The inner stillness invitation. She realized she was bracing against her own feelings. In a quiet moment, she whispered, "I allow myself to be still now." Her shoulders dropped. Her breath deepened. That invitation became a daily practice, and calm became her baseline. Stillness responds to allowance. The practice of soul observation rituals. To align your being with soul-led calm, practice 3 gentle observations. 1. Observe without judgment. Notice where your mind is busy or tense. Bring your attention there as a witness, not a critic. Observation brings space. Ask yourself, what do I notice without trying to change it? 2. Observe the breath. Calm lives in the observation of breath, not in its control. Soften your abdomen. Lengthen your exhale. Notice the pause between breaths. An observed breath naturally resonates with peace. 3. Observe the inner space. Stillness responds to gentle attention. Set the intention softly without demand. I allow my inner world to be as it is. Intention tunes the frequency. Daily soul observation ritual. Place one hand on your heart and one on your forehead. Close your eyes. Take 3 slow breaths. On the inhale, feel awareness expanding. On the exhale, release identification with stress. Then say softly, I attune my soul to inner calm. I resonate with peaceful observation. I allow stillness to dissolve stress now. Stay here for a moment. This is alignment. "40 Affirmations for Dissolving Stress Through Soul Observation." I am naturally attuned to inner calm. I am naturally attuned to inner calm. My energy resonates with stillness and ease. My energy resonates with stillness and ease. Peace responds to my gentle observation. Peace responds to my gentle observation. I allow my mind to soften. I allow my mind to soften. I choose witnessing over wrestling. I choose witnessing over wrestling. My awareness feels safe to be still. My awareness feels safe to be still. I release control and welcome presence. I release control and welcome presence. My breath anchors me in observation and calm. My breath anchors me in observation and calm. Stillness flows through my being gently. Stillness flows through my being gently. I listen to my inner world with kindness. I listen to my inner world with kindness. I give myself permission to be calm now. I give myself permission to be calm now. Peace does not need to be forced. Peace does not need to be forced. I release emotional intensity with grace. I release emotional intensity with grace. My heart is open to gentle observation. My heart is open to gentle observation. I allow stillness without resistance or fear. I allow stillness without resistance or fear. My soul remembers the frequency of calm. My soul remembers the frequency of calm. align with the stillness within me. I align with the stillness within me. Peace is my natural state of being. Peace is my natural state of being. I resonate with inner spaciousness and release. I resonate with inner spaciousness and release. My energy feels clear and undisturbed. My energy feels clear and undisturbed. I allow calm to arrive effortlessly. I allow calm to arrive effortlessly. I soften my resistance to being still. I soften my resistance to being still. Peace feels natural, gentle, and deep. Peace feels natural, gentle, and deep. I welcome stillness in simple moments. I welcome stillness in simple moments. I trust my soul to guide me to calm. I trust my soul to guide me to calm. Calm integrates into my daily life. Calm integrates into my daily life. I carry stillness quietly within me. I carry stillness quietly within me. My presence feels peaceful and soft. My presence feels peaceful and soft. I embody a gentle, steady awareness. I embody a gentle, steady awareness. Peace flows through me without effort. Peace flows through me without effort. I am in harmony with my soul's observation. I am in harmony with my soul's observation. My inner world feels spacious and kind. My inner world feels spacious and kind. I resonate with the frequency of stillness. I resonate with the frequency of stillness. Calm lives in me now. Calm lives in me now. I am attuned, aligned, and aware. I am attuned, aligned, and aware. My being naturally rests in peace. My being naturally rests in peace. I honor the stillness I choose to observe. I honor the stillness I choose to observe. Inner calm is always available to me. Inner calm is always available to me. I am home in my awareness. I am home in my awareness. My softness is not my weakness. It is my birthplace, my wellspring, and my unbreakable core. My softness is not my weakness. It is my birthplace, my wellspring, and my unbreakable core. Closing reflection. Calm does not require perfect silence. It requires observation. When your mind is witnessed, your breath is observed, and your soul is attended to, stillness emerges naturally. Soul observation rituals are not about eliminating stress. They are about remembering your natural state of peace. So soften, breathe, observe inwardly, and repeat the truth your soul already knows. I am attuned to stillness. I resonate with calm observation. I allow myself to be at peace now. Inner calm is not distant. It is already responding to your alignment. Softly you are becoming. Tell me which affirmation touched your heart today. I'd love to read your reflections. Zainab, the quiet becoming. Let's keep healing together.